Welcome to The Sarah Scoop Show. It's time to get the scoop with Sarah.
My name is Ainsley Ross. I am an actress, international artist, singer, songwriter, and a stunt woman, and I am happy to be here to chat with y'all today. I began pursuing all of those art forms when I was really young. I fell in love with acting and musical theater when I was about 9. That's when I got involved with Arts View, children's theater actually, and then I also wrote my first song when I was 9 as well on a paper plate. So in verse chorus format, first song I ever wrote, and that really started that love when I was 9 for all art forms, including Taekwondo. That's when I got involved in martial arts. And it wasn't until I was 11 that I realized that I wanted to pursue it as my career and be a part of the industry because it had such a huge part of my heart already. Development started, so it started locally. My love grew locally. And then when I was about 11, like I said, I really started to want to pursue that as my career. And I started looking up stuff on YouTube, monologues, how to get into it. And it wasn't until I was 13, I begged my parents for so long to let me do this and to let me be a part of the industry. And I went through a rigorous training program, AMTC, and it put me in front of all of the right people, and it developed me as an artist. I had to go through over 100 modules, reading and learning and studying about modeling, acting, singing, how to be a great performer. And that is how that blossomed. And it eventually put me in front of the right people at a showcase. And that's where I got my start in LA. And I got a LA manager, and yeah, the agents followed. And then that's where it all began. So that's how it really developed, I would say. But I did start off locally first. And, it was one of those things that I was blessed to do. I was blessed to be a part of. It taught me a lot about the industry itself, but also what it takes to be in the industry. It is not all roses and fun and glamour. It is a lot of hard work. And it took me I've been in LA. I was in LA for over 6 years, and I still fly back and forth to various projects depending on what's filming and what I'm needed for. But it took years to develop that craft and get hired. And once you get that first yes, there's nothing like it. You will remember it forever. So my first supporting role, which is an actual role that you're known for, was the Reins Maker. And I remember I was visiting my hometown that week, actually, from LA. I came in to visit family, and I found out that after the audition process and after the nerves and, just getting used to the industry, I got that call, and it was like, "You're hired." And I was like, what? The excitement just rushed through me. And it was a feeling when you get your first yes that you worked so hard for. And you went through, audition process and callbacks and producers. It's such a humbling experience. So I would say when I moved from my town of less than 800 people, Beckville, Texas, itty bitty town, we don't even have a red light, all the way from here to LA, it is definitely a change. It is definitely something I knew in my soul I was meant for. And how that happened was actually my, like I said, a manager, Los Angeles manager, an agent. They wanted to be a part of my career and a part of that journey and my team. So they were like, well, now you need to move to LA. So we had to have a family powwow, as we'd call it, and discussing what's going to happen. And my mom and I we packed everything in the truck that we could fit, and we drove from Texas to LA. And a dream always starts somewhere. And I always like to say, it's a quote of mine, be a dream catcher, not a dream chaser. You can chase that dream as far as you want, but it isn't until you catch it or make that first attempt and effort to catch it that actually is the beginning of the fruits of your career. So we packed up, walked by faith, not by sight. We were walking by faith, and we drove all the way to LA. And it was scary at first because we didn't know anyone except for the manager and my agent that I was with. And we kind of had to start from scratch and, meet people and interact and literally build this career from nothing. So it was an interesting experience. I mean, when I first arrived in LA with my mom, I was like, wow, look at all the lights, look at all the buildings, like coming from a town where we only hear crickets at night, and then we're going to hearing helicopters and ambulances all the time, and it's a city that never sleeps. There's lights. It's always, something is always happening. There's always a buzz going on over something, you know, and that was a really new experience. And I feel like LA, it gave me perspective, and it gave me insight to a whole nother world of what's out there, and appreciating art in itself. It really made me appreciate art and the many different art forms that speak to people. There's so much talent. And I really realized that when I got to LA, like, wow, people use, you know, this street art to express themselves, or this way to express themselves, or this style. And the style is completely different in LA than from Texas. You know what I mean? You see a whole new walks of life. And it gave me that appreciation for an open mindset in all walks of life. So that's what it really did for me. And it was, at first, it was a little overwhelming. It was like, whoa, it was so cool. But it was almost like a mini culture shock. And I loved it. I didn't realize I even had an accent. I was like, hey, y'all, my name is Ainsley. How are you? And that's how I talked. And it was a real thing. And then I had to be like, hi, how are you? My name is Ainsley Ross. I am 5 foot tall. And, you know, you had to train that accent out. At least I did. And I didn't realize I had an accent at first until people told me, and casting directors, they were like, whoa, you know, be like, okay, I need to change certain things if they ask me to, but I'm not going to change who I am. Honestly, I love all artists as a whole. And I would say there isn't a particular one or a place that, you know, they're from that matters to me the most. Selena Gomez is incredible. But I would say there's a lot of different people that I really admire, and all artists of all walks of life. Doesn't matter if they're from Texas. Does it make it fun if they're from Texas and they're from the South? Heck yeah. Like, it makes you feel that pride, and it makes you feel like, whoa, they're from the same home as me. It gives you that warm feeling. So I wouldn't say there is a particular one that's my favorite. Like I said, I love all artists. I love all people. I would have to say my style of music is, I actually trademarked a genre called pop positive, because my music is pop, but I believe in a positive message in all of my songs, even if that's underlying. I believe in showing and demonstrating a struggle within the song in my lyrics, but also demonstrating the solution of that you are beautiful, you're wonderful, and you're enough. You are strong, and if you believe in yourself, you can go incredible places, and don't let anything anybody tells you bring you down or be that hard on yourself. And I would have to say my style, the music that I listen to and I love, is actually completely opposite of what my genre is. Like, I wish I could sing rock music, because one of my favorite songs is just Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. And I wish I could sing that, you know, I wish I could sing that style of music, but I can't. But I derive inspiration from my favorite music. There is a couple, but I would have to say when I was younger, and I'm actually in the middle of remaking this song and revamping it. Room was my favorite song to sing. And it's a pop, positive rap song. And I just come alive when I perform that. It's like, when I'm entertaining, there's not a better feeling in the world than being up on stage and seeing how you impact people and seeing their facial expressions and their reactions. And there's not a better feeling than that, you know? So I'd have to say Room would be my favorite to perform. And also a new song that I can't announce yet, but that will be coming out on the horizon, is one of my favorites to perform as well. I mean, Stunts, it really developed. I'd been out in LA for a good while at that point, and for years. And I was like, I'm missing my dojo. I'm missing my Taekwondo at home. I miss that. And if I could combine these loves of the entertainment industry with my love for martial arts and fighting, I would love to do that. So that's when I stumbled upon XMA World Headquarters, and I found Mike Chat, who was the Blue Power Ranger. And he became my trainer, and he was my stunt trainer. And I have worked with him for over over like 3-4 years now. And he is just a really amazing person. He pushes you to be the best you can be. And that's how stunts really, I stumbled upon stunts. I looked up and did research, and I didn't know how to do stunts at first. All I knew was my basics training of martial arts. And I'm a first degree black belt in Taekwondo, but I had to take some of those elements that I learned and completely relearn new elements. Like for film, when I'm used to sparring and I'm used to fighting, I'm used to, you have to be quick, you have to punch quick, or you're gonna get hit. And for stunts, the stunt choreography, you have to over exaggerate your punches so the camera can catch it. You have to go slower so the camera can catch and see what you're doing. And you have to work with camera angles and takedowns and partners and learn that choreography. And I was so excited. I was like, whoa, this is the coolest thing. I can combine my love and my art forms. And I'm tactically weapons trained as well. So working with tactical weapons and doing it for film and prepping for roles, there is not a better feeling. And especially the stunt choreography. It is so fun to do stunt choreo and work with people and show them new moves. But not only that, to be able to learn and watch the product of all of your hard work and all the time you set aside to practice, to see those fruits on the screen, not a better feeling. So that's how it really happened. It was just out of a longing and wanting to incorporate my initial love into all of my career and art forms now. It's fun. It's one of those things that even when it's a niche market, so the people who are in it and who are really good, you all know each other, and you're all going to run into each other at auditions or, in life. And the stunt world is a really amazing, supportive group of people. It really is. So many people, we only tend to build each other up. We never tear each other down. It's a job. You walk in, you have respect for each other, you walk out, whether you get the job or not, and you have respect for each other. And you end up recommending each other for jobs. And that's really how it works. It's a really, really cool niche market to be in. My dream acting role would be the lead superhero in a film or series, just so I can incorporate my stunts that I do, not only my stunts, just who I am as a person. I've always been very bubbly, but feisty, and be fierce. And I would love to demonstrate that on screen. I would love to do really cool fight scenes, but be and act as the lead superhero. And I feel like having that impactful message, that is what I'm meant for. That's what I feel in my heart I'm meant to do. So fingers crossed. I do. So one, I'm actually in pre-production for right now, and I'm in a non-disclosure agreement actually for a couple of projects. I have 2 or more in the works, but you gotta love those NDAs. But due to pre-production right now, we are dealing with the COVID-19 crisis and how we are going to proceed with filming. So the initial filming dates, which were supposed to be this year, has been pushed back a little bit due to the delays. But I can promise you when these projects come out, and I can't wait to share them with y'all. The messages behind them are so great, and they're so powerful, and I am excited. One is a TV series, and the other one is in the works. I can't mention anything about it, but like I said, I can't wait to share that with each of you. I have a song release upon the horizon. Stay tuned for that. And also, I'm launching my own brand in 2021, so I will have a brand launch. And if you want to stay up to date on any of that, all of those art forms and all of what's coming out, go to www.ainsleyross.com, my website, and you can get sneak peeks before anyone on social media can. Very grateful that you tuned in. If you want to be a part of my journey, follow me on Instagram at Ainsley_Ross, on Twitter at I am Ainsley Ross, and on Facebook at I am Ainsley Ross. And I would love to hear from y'all.
Thank you for watching The Sarah Scoop Show. Head to sarahscoop.com for more.